Can't we, actually? Let's get more. Livia Paggi is Director of Political Risk at GPW and joins us. Livia, great to have you with us. Okay, so these round of sanctions are coming today. I've been reading, they'll have a little bit of an impact, but not like what we saw with the oligarchs and that, what I just mentioned we saw in April. Yeah, is that right?
That's absolutely right. So these first sanctions are really an extension of what's already in place, and they're unlikely to have a major impact. But if Russia does not abide by them or respond, which is highly unlikely given that Putin to date still denies any involvement in the Skripal attack, these could lead to much more severe sanctions. And these would be a whole range of export bans, deteriorating diplomatic relations, restrictions on airlines, and that would leave a lot of unknowns.
I mean, and that's pretty likely, isn't it? Because as you said, nobody can imagine President Putin going, okay, yep, we poisoned them. I mean, it's not, you know, it's not... And then you've got President Trump in the White House in Washington. I mean, how much... Is that economic war? If this next round, the big ones come, do you consider that?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, I think also you have to keep in mind that Congress is also discussing some very strong bills that would really impact relations with Russia. These would involve hitting the energy sector. That would, really affect companies operating in the country. It would give further bans on, bond trading and various other things. So in the background, there's also a lot of noise from Congress to really ramp up the action against Putin. And
it's one thing with the US going for it. I know the UK supports it. Where's the European Union in this? They've been a bit quiet, haven't they?
If you had asked me, a few months ago, whether the EU would have followed, the US, it would have been probably, much more likely to. But now with steel tariffs, Trump's taking a direct attack on the German automotive industry. The Italian government, the Northern League, is up for loosening sanctions against Russia. So this makes it much less likely for the EU to follow in the US footsteps.
Is there part of that because the EU, Europe, relies on its energy, Russian gas?
Absolutely. So, German and Italian gas imports, a significant portion come from, directly from Russia.
I want to ask you, I've got to wrap it up and we've got about 40 seconds. I want to throw a two-part question here. Do sanctions work and can Russia weather them?
Sanctions, so the Russian economy has definitely had a hit from sanctions. Foreign direct investment is down. There is some growth, but it's really clearly put some clear restraints on the Russian economy. That said, with the oil price being where it is today, around $70 per barrel, it does give Russia some buffer to really weather it out at the moment in the short term.
Okay. And he's still very popular, isn't he? I mean, he's still very popular. The Russians love him. Livia Paggi, a pleasure. Thanks so much. Short and sweet, I told you. Quick program. I've got to race on.